Hey there, welcome to day 126, and we are finishing the other half of John chapter 1. And so, what we see here is four different ways that you can come to know Jesus. And the first is presented by John or John the Baptist, and he is declaring that Jesus is the Lamb of God. And John reminds me of like a really good pastor, a servant pastor who really knows that no matter how many times he tells about Jesus, it is all about the relationship with Jesus. And, he was a teacher that people were following and people were disciples of him. And he had no problem when some of his disciples left and went to follow Jesus. And I think sometimes as believers, we can fall into that trap of thinking more highly of our pastor than we do about Jesus. And so we have to be careful that while our pastors are men of God, they are not God, and that they are humble servants who are preaching the word, and they are trying to lead us to that relationship with Jesus, exactly like John the Baptist was doing. So then we see Andrew, who becomes one of the followers of Jesus. And then what we see is Andrew brings his brother, who happens to be Simon, eventually called Peter. And a couple of things stood out to me about this. One is that Andrew is seen all throughout the New Testament bringing people to Jesus. And so he definitely has this gift of evangelism and sharing Christ with others. But even with that, he brings his brother Simon, who ends up being really one of the pillars of the New Testament. And so we have read about Peter, we know about Peter and how close he was with Jesus. And so sometimes our job as Christians is to bring others to Jesus, and that's it. That's what we should do. And some of those people that we bring to Jesus may become really great leaders or great preachers, just like we see with Andrew and Simon Peter. So as you lead people toward Jesus, just remember that Jesus has such a bigger purpose for every person. And whether your purpose is to just get the people to him, then he will use their purpose and their gifts to make much of his name. And so then we see Philip and Nathaniel coming to follow Jesus. And one of them, Philip, testifies to the idea that Jesus is the Messiah. And then Nathaniel testifies to the idea that Jesus is the Son of God. And both of these men come to Jesus in different ways, just as we see with John the Baptist and Andrew and Simon Peter. And so there are so many ways for people to be drawn to Christ. And so we need to be looking for opportunities to share with others how Christ sees us and how he loves us, so that we can bring them toward him in all different ways. So be praying for people today as you are finishing the reading. Be praying for those who don't know Christ yet, or maybe you're not sure if they know Christ. Pray for those people and find those opportunities to share Jesus with them. Okay, hope you have a great day. Bye.